Okay, so it seems that we have another update on the whole Haachama situation, and this time it's to do with another VTuber within Hololive who's actually spoken up about this and spoken about a lot of the antis taking advantage of a lot of Haachama's situation with a deleted live stream. Now, if you guys want to see exactly what happened and also Haachama's response and, you know, her taking a break, that will be all in the previous videos. You guys can go and watch that. But essentially, we now move on to a stream, which obviously started about 30 minutes ago and has already ended. It was a 25-minute long stream from Sakura Miko. And obviously, a lot of people were worried at the beginning that this is like graduation for some reason. It's not. It does look like a very graduation type artwork. It's not. She's literally just addressing a lot of kind of things in the community ever since, obviously, this kind of stuff with Haachama has happened. And rightfully so. I mean, there's been a lot of antis and stuff spreading some pretty unnecessarily, kind of misleading information to the VTuber audience and to the Hololive audience, which obviously has been pretty damaging, not only to Haachama, but also to other streamers like Miko, who were also involved, well, not involved, but also mentioned within Haachama's stream, and that was then taken out of context and kind of, you know, painted her to be like a bad person or whatever, which, again, obviously is not true at all, and Miko actually closed this up over on her stream. Now, many people have been talking about this, including obviously Chris here, saying to those who don't know, during the Haachama meltdown, antis misused her word and claimed that there was favoritism and bullying within the company, and Miko and others were brought up. So essentially, yeah, she was being accused of bullying or something, of favoritism and everything like that within Hololive, which obviously was not true. It was them, it was antis of Hololive twisting the words of Haachama during her meltdown and during, you know, the time when she wasn't exactly mentally okay with a lot of the comments that she was getting on her stream, which then caused her to obviously spiral and talk about a lot of this stuff, right? They said, you don't see the backlash here, but in JP Twitter, many really hated them, especially Miko. So again, obviously, apparently this has caught on pretty heavily in the space, and obviously to the point where Miko has had to talk about it, and I'm actually glad that someone has talked about this, because again, JP Twitter is a completely different space to what maybe I'm involved in and you're involved in, right? We don't really check it because, hey, we're not Japanese. We, you know, I'm not translating every single post, but obviously, you know, it has been a very, very big topic for a lot of JP fans, and yeah, they have not been very happy with Miko over this misinformation, which she then goes and corrects on her live stream. They also put in some responses here saying this caused a lot of conflicts, sometimes even between Holo fans, making as if Haachama slandered her co-workers, or her co-workers intentionally left her alone. I got recommended with a lot of those anti-tweets and they gained a load of likes. So obviously Holo memes were hurt. So yeah, obviously a lot of people have been kind of affected by a lot of this kind of information being floated around, whether it's misinformation or raw information, because there's been a real mix. You know, there's been people actually providing decent information on what actually happened with Haachama, which again, as I said, we've gone through it all. And there's also been a lot of misinformation and twisting of words from the streams, which seems to be more popular than the real information, which is why Cover are going so hard on a lot of these people that are spreading misinformation, which is rightfully so. Obviously, we covered in the previous... I get it covered. Oh my god, that's so terrible. We covered in the previous kind of video or whatever, the kind of response to the Akai Hata rumors and stuff, and they said they're going to be taking a lot of action against these people that are spreading this kind of information or misinformation, sorry, because again, it is very, very harmful to a lot of their talent, not only Haachama, but also yeah, people like Miko and all the other people that were kind of mentioned there. And yeah, I don't blame them for taking legal action and actually going pretty hard on a lot of this situation, because it is pretty insane. You know, it's pretty insane that it's gotten to this point. And yeah, they go on to say, also, this is not a graduation stream, lol. This is her defending herself from the allegations. And obviously, those antis will know what is coming next. Antis using Haachama's vulnerability to farm likes and attack Hololive will not be tolerated. So yeah, obviously, we know when we tolerated. Cover goes hard whenever it comes to this kind of stuff. And rightfully so. Obviously, yeah, this was the tweet that Sakura Miko put up as well. They're saying to everyone cheering me on and those spreading slander. Both then they put here, this is not a scary announcement, meaning that this is not a graduation announcement, which is quite funny. Obviously, a lot of people have been replying to this, saying Miko-chan, cheer up, okay, I'm from overseas, 35B. I don't understand Japanese very well, but hearing that Miko-chan is crying is really worrying me. Thank you so much for always giving your smiles. And yeah, I feel like this has affected a lot of people now. This isn't just, Miko that is affecting, but it's affecting, sorry, not just Haachama, it's affecting Miko, it's affecting, fans of a lot of these VTubers, unsure on who to believe and stuff, when a lot of this kind of, uncertainty is being caused by antis and people looking to actually spread misleading information, which obviously isn't great and needs to be fixed, right? And obviously, yeah, the stream is catching a lot of attention right now. It's 140,000 views. I mean, the original post announcing it is in 1.1 million views within not even an hour, which is pretty insane. So again, obviously, that is mental. Lots of people as well commenting down in the live stream too, saying, I think it took a lot of courage to stand at the forefront and speak out. Thank you for sharing your story. I've been saved so much by Miko-chi. I want to say that I believe in you and will always support you. That I think it will normally take a lot of courage and be difficult to broadcast something like this and express it in your own words. Amazing. They said, thank you. They said, as an otaku, I've been reminded that the ideal behavior for a fan is to continue to support and encourage their favorite artist rather than becoming an anti of an anti and getting irritated and attacking them. So yeah, obviously they're saying that, obviously they shouldn't be attacking the antis and instead just supporting their own talent even more, which I think is a very positive way to look at it. I do think the antis do need to be brought down and they do need to be called out whenever this kind of stuff does happen, though. That's just my personal opinion on it. But if you guys want to go and just support them and be happy and gotta just, keep showing them more support, then that's also totally fine. You don't have to join in on kind of calling out the antis, right? Again, we can keep on going. To more comments saying, I just hope that this message reaches as many people as possible. I hope that each and every one of us will be able to be a little bit more considerate of others. Again, it keeps on going. I think it took a lot of courage to stream this. Admire Miko-chi for standing up in response to the slander and abuse that was leveled at her friend. Because again, she doesn't just talk about herself, but she also talks about her friend and everything like that, which obviously is a very, very important part to the stream. And I think, yeah, there's been a lot of issues with slander and stuff during this entire situation, which has caused this entire mess that we're now in at the moment. More people saying, what's even more hard for overseas fans is that the way we just translate some tweets and we'll see buzzwords or names that aren't supposed to be there and it's already twisted by the antis, which is true. That is actually 100% true. I didn't really consider that. But, for example, a lot of EN people over here, it can be much harder to understand the information that is coming out from some of these Japanese streamers, right? Because people don't understand it. And it takes, people like me or anybody else, right? Any other content creator out there or tweeter or whatever, anybody with a knowledge of Japanese maybe as well, to kind of, tell people, hey, this is what they said and, this is what they mean. But also at the same time, you have people taking advantage of the fact that some people don't know Japanese or they get there first. And then obviously some people can see, for example, with a lot of Japanese messages, sometimes there'll be like a little word that you do understand or maybe an English word in there, like Miko, something like that. You'll see like a VTuber's name, right? And they can use that to their advantage because, obviously, say there's a tweet kind of spreading misleading information about Miko, right? And it just says Miko and then a ton of Japanese characters. Then someone could assume, or someone could kind of get behind a comment made by someone spreading misinformation saying that, oh, Miko did this and that, because they think, oh, well, Miko is included in the tweet, so they've got to be right on that front, right? And obviously that isn't the right way to think about it, but that is how a lot of people do think about it, right? And that can cause an issue to many overseas fans and cause the hatred to get even worse, because then obviously some people are very active in terms of stuff that goes on. So, whenever they see something like this, then they go and tweet it 100 times, and then they comment on every single one, they unfollow people, and then they go a little bit crazy over a little bit of information that was obviously misled. And I think that is also a very, very big problem, you know? People saying, honestly, thought I missed a big Anissa, like she was graduating, so Haachama, I assume, was venting on stream, and people took her words and just ran with it, forming all kinds of theories, which, yeah, is 100% true. And I mean, this has been a pretty crazy situation, but yeah, that's essentially everything you need to know about the Miko stream. Again, it was literally just her kind of, you know, clearing up a lot of slander and stuff, which has been happening over the course of the past couple of days with the Haachama stuff. And hopefully we can go back to just the normal, you know, kind of stuff that has been going on within Hololive. And hopefully Cover can take down a lot of the anti-tweets and posts and things of the stream. Because, again, I do think that obviously it has been a pretty big issue for them in terms of that kind of stuff. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Also, go to Game Subs, use my code Kaza, get 10% off. Again, they got a ton of really cool stuff over there. Definitely recommend checking it out. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. That's all. See ya.